Man of Steel 2 in the works, starring Supergirl? Huh. So, this is yet another little tidbit of rumor from the My Time to Shine Twitter account, or My Time to Shine Hello. Okay. Twitter account, which is basically the leaker who got this latest round of DC EU rumors rolling, even though quite a bit of it was strangely familiar. Well, it wasn't so strange because a lot of it was old news, and from most notably Mikey Sutton, who's the lone voice, more or less, trying to throw water on all of this. But nevertheless, the way it goes with rumors is that there are some things that are true, there are some things that are not true. More times than not, it's somewhere in between. So the latest deal here is the guy, or gal, I don't know who this is, says that you're getting a Man of Steel, a sequel, I mean, he said, at the bottom there, but with a female lead and no Cavill. So, would they still call it Man of Steel? So it says, also, Flash movie will bring Zod back. He's alive now to the DCEU, which I guess will be the new DCEU. So we already knew that Zod was going to be in the Flash movie because Michael Shannon's listed in the casting and all that, and that they're going to revisit Man of Steel and change it. So see, there's elements here that ring true. And the interesting thing about that, though, is with concerning Zod and a Supergirl film, was that sometime back there was some discussion of that. I mean, I think even Michael Shannon was interviewed about coming back as Zod, and he seemed upbeat about it, when in the past I kind of thought he didn't care for it all that much. But gee, what changed? Well, I guess they were in talks with him. Would you come back to do a Supergirl film? And there'd been discussions of a Supergirl film for quite some time. And some of that was looked at as, this is a negotiation tactic with Henry Cavill because they couldn't come to an agreement on his pay for a new Superman movie. And said, well, we don't need you. We'll move along with the Supergirl film. And so, but it seems they were serious about a Supergirl film. And, well, here we are. They've cast a Supergirl for the Flash film. Now, details about the Flash film, it appears that this Supergirl is obviously not the usual Supergirl that you're used to, certainly from the TV show and what have you, and from the traditional storyline from the comics. And first thought, she kind of resembles this version of a Supergirl from an alternate reality where she was Superman's daughter. And that's interesting, and maybe she's from the future because there's time travel and multiverse stuff going on in the movie, and that's how they meet. But apparently, no, they're going to copy some elements of Flashpoint again here, where this Supergirl was locked up in a government lab somewhere, and the Flash finds her and frees her and all that sort of stuff. And that's the story for or one of the plot elements of the film, maybe. And so, but then still, who is she? And the idea here is... And I've seen others already jump on this. Ping Pong Flicks, most notably, he started zeroing in on this because I was like, yeah, that's what it looks like. that this is not Superman's daughter, not Superman's cousin, but Superman himself if he were a woman. Yeah. Now, the multiverse does involve this. Sometime back, Grant Morrison introduced the multiversity, and it was a bit of a tour of the worlds. And then even before that, there was, the Countdown to Final Crisis series, where they did sort of a magical mystery tour of the multiverse, and he went through all these different worlds. And one of them was an Earth where basically it's very simple. It was like it was a parallel Earth, but everything was the same except the gender roles were swapped. Not the roles, the actual genders were swapped. So the Justice League was comprised of not Wonder Woman, but Wonder Man. See? And then you had Aquawoman, Batwoman, and Superwoman. And so there you go. That's who this is. I don't know what that means. That they're suggesting that the Earth that had Michael Keaton as Batman never had a Superman, but had a super a girl or woman. They keep calling her Supergirl in all the press and stuff. So I don't know, but that's who she is. She's basically, if Henry Cavill had been a woman, he'd look like Sasha Calle. So okay. So it just gets more and more stupid. The other little rumors that float about is that there's still, and then Mikey Sutton put his hat in the ring, and then Small Screen did this. They were earlier in the week on Midnight's Edge in the morning. Yeah. Well, midnight is morning, but anyway, that's the show. They live stream the show they do, and those two guys were the guests on there, and they discussed about a lot of this, and that the deal is basically money with Henry Cavill, and they're discussing with him, and that their plans are for him to make, and this has been going on for quite some time, he would play Superman, but not in a Superman movie, but in Black Adam, and maybe the Shazam film, and then the Supergirl film, which would actually be the better outcome. It would be this weird way of getting to Supergirl to where she's not Kara. Well, maybe she'll be Kara, I don't know, but she won't be the traditional comic book story of Supergirl. She'll be Superman's female self from another universe. And, she's a bit inexperienced or whatnot, and so he takes her under his wing, or cape, or whatever, to show her the ropes on Earth and all that. And that's what you would have in that story. And then, hopefully after that, you get a Superman standalone film, But, boy, the clock is ticking. So there's probably more hope for something like that than for Batman. I think I know Mikey Sutton says no. Ben Affleck's holding out. He wants funding for his independent projects, and that he would suddenly change his mind to be Batman again if that's the price to pay to get the funding for the films he really wants to do, his little passion projects and whatnot. Well, okay, but again, the clock is ticking, and that's the holdout for that. But great if that's true, but it's sounding more than likely that no, he's done with Batman, which it's unfortunate. But if they recast it with someone of a similar age and pursued that version of the character, or if they did a younger version, that's what I thought the Flashpoint idea would be, that you would introduce this new Batman, which I thought was going to be Robert Pattinson, but apparently not. So then you're going to have yet another Batman for your shared universe version of Batman, and but have an actor who can pursue that version of the character that Ben Affleck did, and I thought that would be the better outcome for that. And maybe down the road they could even get Affleck to come back and produce a Batman film to do the story he wanted, or direct it even, something like that. But as far as him playing the role again, it looks like it's done. So there's still people holding out, maybe, but I'm a bit dubious on that one. But anyway, as far as Superman goes, I guess possibly there's some hope for that. But this Man of Steel 2 with Supergirl, is pretty stupid if you ask me. I don't think that's really going to go anywhere. But if there's a Supergirl film involving Henry Cavill, and it's fine, it literally is a Supergirl film. And they've changed the timeline where Zod didn't die, which kind of disrupts the narrative established for Henry's Superman. But I guess he kicked him into the Phantom Zone, and it's fine instead. Okay. Whatever. But it's just, Henry Cavill is just this blatant, obvious missed opportunity for a great Superman film. And everybody at Warner Brothers is crazy. Of course, the merger has yet to be official and finalized. When that happens, all bets are off. could be a completely different story, and that's very true, which is also something that Mr. Sutton refers to. And he's not wrong there. We just don't know exactly where everything lands after that, but it certainly will shake things up quite a bit. So anyway, that's the latest from My Time to Shine. Hello. And it's like I said, there's some likelihood to it because some of these elements I've heard before about Zod and a Supergirl film and that sort of thing. So there we go. Woman of Steel, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.